Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever named the Protector of the Universe, bonded energy transforming quantum bands that were the symbols of his station. He fought an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Zone, episode number 10 already. You're getting there. It is me, Phil, again. Joining me is Master of the Quantum Zone himself, Will.
Hey, I'm here. Sorry, I was reading comics again.
His cosmic awareness had him a little off, but and also once again, loving husband of the year.
Yeah, it's me, Matt. How are you guys?
How dare you pick your wife up so she didn't have to walk home?
I picked my wife up in my invisible Fantastic Four car and brought her back home. So I'm a few minutes late, but yeah.
Yes, speaking of a Fantastic car, we get something kind of like that in that you were doing tonight, Avengers 307.
Mm-hmm.
What is this, like part 3 of the 4-part mission Quasar has with the Avengers?
Yeah, I think so.
It opens up. Okay, I was thinking about this afternoon about a theory about they could have saved this island a lot easier, but I mean, the issue opens up with the island still teetering on that dried up lava man.
Yep, pillar of lava man.
Jarvis basically calling out for anyone to help him.
Oh yeah.
I do like how he has an eye patch because this still shows some continuity with, Roger Stern's Avengers when he got injured during the mansion siege.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like he was like beaten by Mr. Hyde, and like after a hospital stay, like the only injury he had was like the eye patch for the longest time.
And then that kind of suddenly goes away later. I think he gets better
as his depth perception improves. He loses the eye patch.
Right.
Nick Fury.
I feel like
Nick Fury for copyright infringement.
Yeah. I feel like he's gonna need a back brace or a knee brace after the shifting island in the first few pages of this book.
He used a cane for a while, but I don't remember some of that's. This would have been like 20 issues before this, I think, or even 30.
Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, he's basically calling out for help from anybody. He's like, yeah, I'll take Power Pack at this point. Anybody, someone. Then the call comes in. Jarvis, hold on, we're coming. And it's Reed and Soup. They came back.
Like the Godfather 3, just when they think they're out, they pull them back in.
That's right. But so I thought they made it home. Maybe they turned around and came back because they did get here back before the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah, where were they going? I mean, they're New Yorkers. Were they going away on a honeymoon, a post-Avengers honeymoon?
I'm assuming they were going back.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they were going back to Manhattan. But remember Avengers 305? Ben Grimm was there too. So what? Ben Grimm got a ride home or something?
I can't remember. It didn't. I don't think they lasted away from the FF very long at all. I think in 305 they said we're back with the Fantastic Four. So. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Ben Grimm was you at this point. He really couldn't have left the island, but still, he's not in the car with them.
And where's the Human Torch?
Well, he didn't make it to the meet, so who knows where he's at. And it's like, hey, Sue, just use your invisible force field, make a wedge to hold this island. Who knows how much that will.
It doesn't weigh too much. You got this, right?
Yeah.
Just stick it between the island and that crumbling pillar. It'll be okay. We didn't bring any special because Sue's like, how we're bring any specialized equipment? And he's like, honey, the specialized equipment. Specialized life.
Make it a wedge. It's the strongest form in mechanics. Okay.
Just so funny. It's just funny if he'd just be like, they're invisible. Are you doing it already? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be moving.
Power geometry.
So Reed calls in, Jarvis, this is Reed Richards. Can you hear me? Are you able to respond? And Jarvis is like, oh dear, do I dare reach for the phone? He's like, I do hope the Avengers are faring better than this. Was that page 6? We get the title Metamorphosis. And the Avengers are not doing fine. They're battling the giant lava monster thing. It's like the same color as the lava men, but has like horns and spikes on its head and shoulders and
big gargoyle.
Yes.
Yeah, we get some weird coloring on the pages following this.
I know. That's what
Pink She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3 panels where She-Hulk is like red or pink or.
Well, and you can even see Quasar in the first panel on page 8. It looks like everything's red that should be, his hair is red.
Oh yeah,
the quantum bands are red.
And even like that lava monster turns yellow for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like they inverted the colors.
Yes. It's one thing to attack us with a lava monster, but how dare you change our colors?
Exactly. That's just wrong.
Yeah. At first I thought it was an inking problem. Then I thought, maybe it's because they're so close to the lava that it's like you get close to a fireplace. From a view away, you look orange, but I think that's too much.
You would think that, but it's like, but meanwhile, what is that third panel on page 8? Captain America is the same colors.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Weird. I think Gilgamesh basically is the same color. The little monster vomits lava on him and keeps him in a cocoon after he starts going off. Nothing can withstand an eternal. And he's like, okay.
How about this? Lava cocoon.
That's right.
Oh, but we are skipping over a little bit of the big title page because Quasar also throws in a topical political joke in the title page, which
the Ayatollah.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
Well,
the Ayatollah sound like a moderate.
so that kind of like their reminder that like, oh yeah, this guy worked for S.H.I.E.L.D., like part of the government, Because same thing, John Byrne, Paul Ryan, Palmer, Oakley, Sheely, Mackey, DeFalco production. They all have to share a little border at the bottom right corner.
They're on rock. Yeah, it's engraved in rock.
Because you basically get the title like right tight up above, right above the monster, like he's almost holding it up, and all the creators get a little rock at the bottom.
Yeah.
But Quasar makes his political joke, and Panther says, "This is no time for humor." Like we said, in page 8, most of the Avengers change color except Captain America. Then page 9, everyone's back to normal.
Gilgamesh is still embedded in lava vomit until he breaks himself out.
Yep.
With his eternal strength.
Yeah, because Cap tries to break him out with the shield, and then Gilgamesh kind of almost hits Cap with the rocks.
Cap goes right for his gut too. Like not a good place if you're gonna break out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's better. I guess it's better than hit. I mean, if you go through, you don't want him in the head, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought you said the Eternals were indestructible.
I'm sure there's a joke about forgetting somewhere in there, but
No, at least he didn't forget. He's trying to break him out. It would have been, if Gilgamesh would have broke out and no one was like around.
The inker forgot to make him pink on the page before.
Oh no, that's Namor's trick. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. Lobster boy.
That's right. And then Panther's like, more lava men are virtually indestructible, but now while Jinku's focusing on lava monsters, the time for T'Challa to strike. And he goes for the lava witch doctor. Surrender. Your form is too fragile to withstand the Panther's might. Another guy who talks in the third person.
And they got to teach that somewhere, because it's not natural, right? You have to learn to speak like that.
I mean, they should do that in Quasar's initiation. I mean, maybe they teach that in Avengers training.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a superhero team and there's a lot of you around, you have to announce who you are so there's no confusion.
Exactly.
If you punch a villain in the face, you must tell him your name.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are more obvious than others, but maybe when Gilgamesh and Hercules are teamed up at the same time, they need to really reintroduce themselves around.
So yes, Black Panther's trying to take down the Witch Doctor, and he has the monster throw Namor at Black Panther. Maybe this is the start of the feud, because like in the last couple of years, like Namor and Panther were kind of feuding, weren't they?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Cool.
But isn't Namor feuding with all land dwellers?
True. Though everyone's a woman. Yeah, I mean, if Reed Richards, he would have been pounding on Namor too.
Quasar's not doing much. He's flying around a little here, flying around a little there, and then
it's like Black
smacked down.
throwing a couple blasts.
And I'll be honest here, I'm kind of disappointed. He flew around in a star. You know, our sun during Operation Galactic Storm, and he can't handle a little volcano heat.
And all he's doing is blasting the guy. Does he even use like any constructs here? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, and he's right underneath Namor, who's in the Gargoyle's hand. So you think he might be able to put a ball around him or try to maybe wedge his hands open to drop Namor before he gets flung into Black Panther.
Well, it's a team book.
Yeah, and I mean, Quasar kind of knew a lot. I don't know if maybe Byrne didn't know his capabilities or... But no, it's up to Thor to bring the lightning. I don't know where... Underground, that's a good idea. Even Cap says, you'll bring the whole chamber down on us.
Operation.
Yeah, the lava monster smacks our boy Quasar away. Bubbled him up. So Gilgamesh casts Quasar. I don't know where he's putting his hand though.
That does look a little awkward.
Yes. Nice firm buttocks, young Quasar.
He's making She-Hulk jealous.
I know. Don't touch his dimples, they're mine.
It looks like there's a tear going down her cheek. It's probably just sweat.
Sweat, yeah.
But then Gilgamesh is like, I thought you were better suited to the ways of battle. And Quasar's like, well, I guess I'll stick to get my shield trainers covered fighting lava monsters.
Yeah.
How much training do you need? I mean, go Green Lantern, hit him with like a fist or something. Giant boxing glove. Black Panther starts complaining about the heat. So Panther's out of it. Cap's like, oh, he doesn't have a super soldier serum like me.
That's Captain America using his outside voice. It to be his inside voice, you know.
But yeah. So the Avengers are falling one by one back to the island. Sue's starting to tire out. Oh, I got the splitting headache. But that's when the West Coast Avengers come flying in with Wonder Man.
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome page right there with Wonder Man just jetting in with the old belt jets.
Oh yeah, just grabs an end of the corner of the island and pushes up. And between him and Sue, they're kind of able to stabilize it. And then,
but does Wonder Man
shoot?
Does Wonder Man make a reference that I just don't get? He says something like, "Well, not Sky King Richards, but I hope Wonder Man will do."
I don't know. Was that like some kind of brand name or something? That's what it came across to me.
Yeah, it could be Sky King.
Maybe it's like a West Coast thing or something.
Yeah, an old 80s airline.
Well, I typed Sky King in the Google, and the choices that popped up were Sky King Fireworks, Sky King Show, Sky King Pizza, and Sky King Tricycle.
Oh, I hope it was a tricycle reference. There seems to be a tricycle headed here. That'll fix it.
Nice.
Okay, I looked in the Sky King Show. To click the brief description I gave of this show, which is in black and white. So, the rancher uses an airplane to fight crime.
Yeah, wasn't that like in the 50s or 60s? I mean,
50 because it said first episode was September 16th, 1951. Final episode March 8th, 1959. So yeah, most of the 50s.
Wow, and this was in late 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know who would get that.
Way to stay young and hip with the kids, Byrne.
Yeah. Very nice.
That was a 30-year-old reference at that point. But yeah, if you look it up, it's all in black and white. So yeah, thank you, Matt. I did not know what it was either. Oh, maybe it was like some product or something. I don't know.
Let's go with the tricycle though. That's the the
Agreed.
most absurd interpretation of that.
Wonder Man's like, hurry up, let's fit this silence and go home and watch Heavy Duty.
Yeah.
So Wonder Man's picking up the corner of the island, and Reed says, Sue, drop your field. And Wonder Man's like, hey, Reed, what the heck? What the heck? You trying to kill me? And he says, no, Sue, reproject your field, make a spiral around the column. And she says, don't you want me to put a whole thing around the column the way it's crumbling? He goes, I know, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So he wants the column to crumble. And then you just hear Wonder Man being, Reed, really? Really? I wanted to disintegrate completely. You Reed. So back in the Batcave,
Were you saying that because she was speaking in all invisible triangles that she generated?
yes.
Nice. We finally found out who can speak that now, right?
So back in the Batcave, everyone passed out or about to pass out. Looks like Quasar, Cap, and Panther are out, and everyone else is either fighting. Thor okay, Gilgamesh okay, Namor about to pass out. She-Hulk sweat profusely.
Mm-hmm.
And the witch doctor just screaming, everyone see you as the heroes, but you were the villains. And then we get again the recap page of week last issue.
Yep.
Chassadra, and how the law gave the lava men their power and immortality, but then he disappeared and the Avengers fought him, blah blah blah. There's 300 again.
And then She-Hulk calls him out immediately on that. We know, you told us that 10 minutes ago.
Alzheimer's, you old molten man.
Yeah, he was just a crummy little demon.
You foul blasphemy. You pal blasphemy or palm blasphemy. So all the law men either crumbled or turned to unmoving stone. So yeah, with Cap out, Thor takes charge. Once more, Avengers, let the battle be rejoined.
That's kind of Thor's default, is hit something until it's not a problem anymore.
Yeah. I don't know if you want Thor leading you in the battle suddenly. It's like, okay, hit him hard, and then hit him again. So then Gilgamesh is like, bold words, but I see the heat taking its toll even on you. And Thor's like, but I see you remain unscathed. I have no wish to end this day as the last Avenger. I will not be remembered.
Yeah, there's some nice interplay between Thor and Gilgamesh there. He goes, Thor's like, this mystic heat doesn't seem to bother you. He goes, that's right. It wouldn't bother even the lowliest Eternal. I'm like, whoa, nice little jab there, They're
all less than the lowest of my people. They control their molecule, everything, one of their molecules. But I guess Thor does not heed Captain America's and brings this thing down on the lava monster. And Gilgamesh says, now let's get our comrades, and I guess he wants to run. Thor's like, hold, we are not done, Gilgamesh. Then the monster breaks back out. It yet lives. And the doctor says it does not live, so it cannot die.
Yeah, he's full on monologuing at this point, just straight up.
If he had a molten mustache, maybe Thor.
Yeah.
So big fist comes down, knocks the last three Avengers down, which knocks She-Hulk out. So Thor and Gilgamesh, the other ones left. Guess Captain America was thinking of having two heavy hitters on the team.
Two alphas.
Well, Gilgamesh does give a pretty good speech here,
Oh yeah.
This is the biggest Gilgamesh issue that we've covered so far. He's real. Last issue was sort of Namor heavy. This one, it started real Namor heavy. Then he got beat up, and now this one, Gilgamesh is rallying from being wrapped up in lava, a suit before this, and he's kind of taking control.
All right. We're gonna do the mesh because I think he's unconscious all of next issue. I thought we really see him after this. So, all right, listeners, say goodbye to Gilgamesh as he says, "No, Odin's son, God though you may be, and born of legends, I am a warrior who has walked through all the ages of men. Mine and mine alone shall be the glory." And he flies right at the monster, lands on the shoulders, cut in the head. And Thor's like, no, thy thought of madness. And Gilgamesh says, the madness is the only way a warrior should think. So basically, if fighting is wrong, I want to be right. Monster, you can understand, I am the warrior of 1,000 names. I am the dragon slayer. I have fought 10,000 battles. Sounds like my 5-year-old. I fought 10,000 battles.
Yeah.
Not one more. I am without equal in the annals of the world, earth, and I am your doom. And of course, what does the monster do?
Lays a smack down on him.
Knocks him across the cave.
Knocks him right back down to the annals of Earth.
Yep.
And so that seems to wake the Avengers up. As they were, I don't know. Yeah, let's take Gilgamesh take his shot. Namor's like, he moves not, breathes not. And then Quasar's like, Cap, is he? And after Namor's like, he not, breathe not. The witch doctor says, it matters not if the fallen one is dead. In a moment, he will be all of you with him. But then Namor.
This is before Wayne World.
What?
I was gonna say this is before Wayne's World came out in '91. So maybe this was a precursor that he moves. Not. Not.
He needs Stevie bending. Now Namor says he's feeling stronger, feels more invigorated. It must be that fish oil. I don't know. But Cap's like, you're right.
With him.
Yeah, you're right. The heat seems less. My head is clearing. And the doctor says, enjoy it while you can. And then he tries to get the monster to move. And he's like, what sorcery is this? My lava monster does not move, does not obey me. That happens to watermen sometimes. And then he hears a voice. Shout you, Jinku. He is ours now to control. We see the lava men. They've basically
metamorphosized.
Evolved into gold men. Are we so changed you don't know us? Are we so different you cannot see in us the very ones you fought to avenge? By any means as natural as it seems, the slow and steady growth of crystal darkness. Lay aside your anger, your bloodlust, and join us. They cracks the witch doctor on the shoulder and make him bold too. Even his loincloth changes.
Yeah.
There is no pain in this rebirthing.
Then he whacks him.
Minimal labor. So basically, it was good the demon left them. Now that after a little bit, the gold's better than lava. Stiffness is gone. The agony is gone. And I don't know if he still doesn't understand because Cap's like, the statues, don't you see? They must have been a kind of chrysalis. Your comrades weren't dead. They were metamorphosizing. And the witch doctor was like, Captain America's correct. Only see agonies blinded you to the transformation. For the influence of Quasar, I get sick of saying that. We have evolved in this higher, finer form. This form comes greater understanding. Our brothers died because they were too thoroughly corrupted by Quasar's evil magics. But somehow, in our heart of hearts, we remained untouched. Did you? For even though you got the destruction of the Avengers and body that drove you grief and anguish. So he says, so it has been, set aside your weapon and let the joy of the beginning fill your soul. And he's like, I do. Avengers, I've done you great wrong. And the Avengers look at Gilgamesh and are like, well, we're covered, Jinku, but I'm not so sure Gilgamesh will. He's like, he's out of it. I just love it. Like, oh, the witch doctor's like, oh, sorry, guys. My bad. Gilgamesh is like in a coma, but he's like, oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, this is almost headed in the direction of, sometimes comics of this era, there'd be a lot of action and then a quick turnaround and wrap up on the last 2 pages. And it's almost like it's doing that, but Gilgamesh is still, he may be concussed with brain injury, but to be continued, I guess, to see.
Yes. Some questions for next episode will be like our last regular issue of Avengers. Well, we have Avengers 308, then was it Annual 18, and then we'll be back to regular solo Quasar.
All right. Awesome.
We're gonna do stuff besides just blast. But
Quasar, Quasar does get a shout out in a couple of the. There's only 3 letters in the Avengers Assembled page on the next one, but there seems to be some positive feedback from old Quaz. He says, first letter, I enjoyed Quasar's guest appearance and think he'd make a great Avenger, but since I've heard he's getting his own title, the chances are slim, I guess.
If he only knew.
Because no Avenger had their own solo book. Captain America, Thor, Iron Man,
Wonder Man, Hawkeye.
Well, yeah, they have letters because they had to take up like a third of the page with that comic buyers guide and awards for 1988.
Wow.
Yeah.
For all like the creators, editors. Oh, look, you think an editor put this together? Because the first choice, favorite editor.
Yeah.
After that, it's like favorite, right? Pencil or an inker. But yeah, editor's number 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is to be continued. Yeah, we have one more issue of Avengers where we have so many questions. Does Gilgamesh wake up? Is Reed a jerk? Is Wonder Man going to fulfill his dream of being the new Sky King?
Yeah.
On a tricycle.
Yeah.
On a tricycle.
Really,
Does the
no wonder a
gargoyle
tricycle.
turn gold?
Really big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does the gargoyle turn gold? No.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think we get Lava Men next issue. I don't remember.
I think we do.
Like,
I think they're just there in the
buyers.
beginning to taking them home, basically. I think.
Oh yeah. They form that big. Yeah, we shouldn't spoil much, but yeah, I think they form a plane to take them home. Yeah, actually, they showed up here. They were brought here in the jet ball, so round trip ticket. All right, so yeah. Anything else, gentlemen?
I don't know. I think I enjoyed this one a little bit more than the last issue in terms of the fight, and it had some funny parts and a couple of cool full page action scenes that were good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but not exactly required reading for Quasar fans.
Yeah,
no. He says anything.
No. It's a little bit better than his New Warriors 1 appearance. But,
yes.
Yeah, like we said, Avengers 308 next episode, then Avengers 18 with Quasar's initiation. Then we're back to Quasar number 4, and then Quasar 311, and then Quasar 5 and 6. So we'll get into some of that Acts of Vengeance there.
Oh yeah, that was a fun story. I still like that one. Yeah,
and then we'll get then we'll start throwing in. We'll mix up some current Quasar, some flashbacks. So stay tuned, everyone. It's gonna be a wild ride. We're no Sky King, but
a wild tricycle ride. Yeah.
I can't believe they threw in at that point a 30-year-old reference. Oh, it's what, like a 60-year-old reference?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe he recovered it in an archaeological dig while playing the Indiana Jones phone game that is advertised in this episode, which is a 900 number that you play to win Indiana Jones prizes.
How do you know Sky King, Wonder Man? Oh, I watched every episode on Betamax.
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, Wonder Man's Mr. Hollywood. Maybe he was trying to get cast in the reboot.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I think you just won a no prize right there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe in the Marvel universe, instead of the Rocketeer, they had Sky King.
Yeah. And there's also an ad. Yeah. There's also an ad. There's also an ad in here for the second edition of the Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide, and it's 2 pages before Gilgamesh proclaims himself the Dragon Slayer. And
you think there's subliminal messages with some of these ads?
I feel like some of them are. It's maybe too amazing a coincidence, and sometimes I don't know. I've mentioned them a few times when we're peering through them, but sometimes it just works out. But then the very back page, oh wow, this actually brings you down memory lane. The very back page of the book, right next to the subscription page, Nintendo cereal.
Yes.
And
nice.
There's
I remember that ad.
It was 2 different. Yeah, I think I had that one for twice. He has 2 different cereals in the same box.
Yeah. And there's a buddy of mine who is a stand-up comic named Lamont Price, and he tells I won't do the bit justice, but I'll see if I can find a video of it. He tells a story about when his he didn't have Nintendo as a kid, and one day he was helping his mom bring home shopping, and he saw a bag with a Nintendo logo on it. He thought he was getting Nintendo, and it was just the cereal. Yeah. What a letdown that must have been. Oh, man. Yeah.
They had all kinds of cereal back in the day. They had Batman cereal after that movie came out.
I had Urkelos once, maybe the worst cereal I've ever had.
I never had Urkelos.
Tasted like paint. I did like the Batman cereal, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. They had, just recent, a couple years ago, they just had Batman and Superman cereal when Batman v Superman came out. It's a better taste in your mouth than the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, but
it tastes. You have to eat it first thing in the morning at the dawn of justice.
All right, are we done?
Yeah, that might be a good.
And on that note,
way to end it. Aerial chitter.
And on that rim
chatter.
So yes, everyone, send your thoughts on this issue. Next issue, Avengers 308, will wrap up this arc. Send us your thoughts. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/quantumzonepod. Hit the like button. @quantumzonepod on Twitter. Follow us, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter, or the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And call us and tell us what cereal in your childhood gave you the runs. Will, where can people find you, and what projects do you have coming up?
Well, they can find me. I'm @Walred on Twitter, Walred at Gmail. The Quantum Zone is a site I've run for years and years. Diary of Night should be. It's been delivered to the printer, so now we wait for the slow boat from China to get the hardcovers and the soft covers over here, and I'll have those, and that'll be awesome.
Nice. And Matt?
Well, I have nothing coming to me from China. I have almost nothing to offer, but we could talk. If you want to hit me up, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the same. Matt Kona, MATTKONA.
Well, don't you do something with an MMA podcast too?
I do from time to time. We haven't put one out in a little while, but sometimes we'll talk fights on a podcast called Maniacs. So it's like MMA, but Aniacs. It's very. We sometimes get people to try to do plugs for the show, like if we meet a fighter, and very rarely does it work out. They can never say it in the first try. But yeah, great talking to you guys, and I'll look forward to the next time.
Yeah, me too.
All right, that's right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Matt. And that has been the Quantum Zone, episode 10. Join us for episode 11, when Gilgamesh just forgets to wake up.
Nice.
Yes.
Or they forget to try and wake him up, whichever, right?
No, I think they try, because I don't know how much we should spoil, but doesn't Cersei show up in the?
I think so.
I think that's when she kind of unofficially joins the team.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to stay tuned for that, everyone, because I believe supposedly there's an Eternals movie coming. I don't know when.
That's right.
Next year or two, and Cersei's supposed to be a big part of it. So. So yeah, we'll discuss her next episode, and when we get to the Galactic Storm stuff and some of those other Avengers issues.
Yeah.
Who says we're not hip and with it and current pop culture?
No.
Talk about Sky King and
Sky King
cereal from the night.
Yeah.
We're hip. We're cool. Remember Quantum.
Yeah.
Quantum.